Design Tech MD has written that all 371 crore was... No, no. I don't think so. No. If you can show it to me, and maybe you should ask the Design Tech MD what he has said. No, Siemens, what... so is your question how much Siemens was paid? Siemens was paid about... everything put together was about 100 crores. The rest were spent with to other... Like, they were hardware vendors. They were...
371 crores
came to Design Tech.
From the government to Siemens.
Came to Design Tech. Design Tech was the implementation partner. It came to Design Tech. No, 371 crores came to Design Tech. 371 crores came to Design Tech. Design Tech paid to everybody, including Siemens. When I was in Siemens, this hadn't happened, right? There was a GST investigation that had started because one of the sub vendor did not submit his service tax, and you have to understand service tax at that point of time you didn't even know if your sub vendor has given the service tax or not. So there was input to credit taken, etc., etc. And I'm telling you this because it's important that the matter is still not adjudicated. The investigation started in 2017. The matter is still under adjudication. It hasn't even crossed adjudication, right? So this is as far as the service tax is concerned and GST is concerned. And Design Tech, I'm not part of it, so I don't know. But Design Tech is, you can definitely, I'm sure, go and ask Design Tech what is the latest of that state.
So one more thing.
Just a sec. I think I'm going to finish her answer. The rest, when it happened, I was no more in Siemens. I wrote to Siemens saying such and such is happening. Please support me with an access to the documents. Siemens refused to give me an access to the documents. In written, Siemens refused me. The answer reply came back from the Siemens legal team that you are no more part of Siemens. We will not give you access to the documents. No, when the investigation is on, I'm no more in the company. So since 2018 I'm no more. So I wrote to Siemens asking for access to the documents, and those access were categorically denied for whatever reason. There must be a reason that they have access, but they said they will, whatever, I'm sure implied is that they will work with the investigative agencies and give them the documents or not give them the documents. That's up to Siemens to answer.
Sir, are you registered with the agreement without informing the head office?
Sir, any...
Dates are left vacant when you sign the
Okay.
This getting agency claims that whatever you are saying is completely wrong, and they have participation from the Siemens globally. They have letter
will be informed to the head office.
stating that without their knowledge.
Sir, let me answer one by one. I have especially these days after all this, I've got very short memory. Take one by one. So first, I'll come and answer yours.
Will be informed to your office, head office.
Answer yes or yes. There are enough. Okay, so let me first talk about information of the office. First of all, if you have ever anyone who is seeing this, hearing this, reading this, and who has worked for multinational and the kind of positions that I am in, you will realize that no one in a multinational company can do anything. And I'm mentioning no one, not just at my position, lower, higher, even the chairman of the company can do anything without everybody, at least 20 people in the company being involved. Right? So whether it is approval of the project, whether it is approval of the technology, whether it's approval of the pricing, whether it's approval of the contract terms, whether it is approval, everything. And there are enough documentary flows and evidence where my boss, my super boss is directly writing to Design Tech saying, we need this order, so and so time, and here is the payment term extension. There's all enough documentation. Number question is the dates. It was brought to my notice. I remember specifically the date because it was the last date of June. I didn't realize that time how it missed everybody's attention that there was no date. Incidentally, the date that I remember, Design Tech remembers the same date, APSSDC also remembers the same date. So when the parties who are signatory to the agreement, they all say the date is the same day, then I think that confusion is rest to rest. Right? Because none of us are disputing that I didn't sign on this date, I didn't sign on this area. So everybody is saying it's in the same date. And I can also tell you there was a power cut In the evening when we were signing, there was a power cut, candles were brought in till the power was restored. I very vividly remember. So I think that there's no question on the confusion on the date.
Yeah, the investigating agency claims that the statement of Siemens is entirely different from your statement.
Sir, again, you're thankfully at least you have used the word claim. I would rest it at that because I am too small an authority to fight a authority like this. I can only say I have visited their offices more than 26 times, maybe 30 times now. I was not shown any such letter. I was not a single statement has been signed by me. So they have not got me to sign anything. So I was not shown any such letter. I was not shown any such proof. These are all statements. Now, if statements were the truth, then I'm sure the courts would take cognizance of it. And that's possibly the reason why the courts are saying there are no evidences that has been supplied. Court goes by evidence. And I think the judiciary, thankfully, is still the pillar that is giving us the relief, and the judiciary is very clear that there have been not a single evidence, a single iota of evidence, so on and so forth.
Why ED has initiated the inquiry on this?
Sir, I can't say, sir. I don't work for that company or that organization, nor I have friends in that organization, I can't say. But the only thing I can say is the same was the observation by the court as far as they were concerned.
CID is alleging that you made, Suman Bose made some initiations to speak with some shell company and doing something.
So first of all, none of these companies were shell companies.
Selected all shell companies vendors.
So first of all, again, I'm not a legal guy, so I'm going to talk in the business sense.
You selected or not?
No. So all companies finally who delivered the project were selected by Siemens, not me. I'm like you are representing a media, right? But there's a media behind you. You're not an individual. What you are asking as a question, what you're going to write as a question is the responsibility of your media. Similarly, yes, 100%. And number two is, what is a shell company? A company which is functioning, companies which has employees, the company which is paying salaries, the company which is paying its benefits, the company which is paying taxes. These are all shell companies. One day suddenly somebody says they're shell companies. So I may also as well say that you guys don't even exist. Does that make it truth? Any more truth than you saying that I didn't exist over here? This was a robo who came in and sat over here and spoke. That isn't truth. The truth is right in the front. By calling somebody a shell company, it's like calling in the schools, you call somebody a name. It's name calling. And that is what is happening. The problem that is these allegations are impacting people's lives because behind these companies are individuals like me who have families. These are impacting our lives. We are not institutions. We are not companies. We are no more, I'm no more a company. These are impacting our lives, our literal lives. But what is impacting more is that, imagine this 213,000 student. It was your brother who went and got trained over there, and suddenly his employer is calling and saying, by the way, the certificate that you have given to find this employment, this certificate may not be valid because your government is saying that this was actually a scam, this certificate isn't valid. It is exactly like that. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for the parents of these 213,000 students. And that is what has implored me because I have taken this last 2 years. You separately go and talk to my family and you will understand what has happened to them. But I'm not calling for sympathies, but I'm saying, please do not put the 213,000 people who got trained over there below a bust. These allegations are impacting lives.